Clippers from the Chicago Bears Monday Night Football yesterday. The Bears held the Lions scoreless till the last 30 seconds of the game. If you didn't stay up late, it ended around midnight. The Bears beat Detroit 13-7. Matthew Stafford, 28 of 46, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Titus Young, haven't heard his name lately, 6 catches for 81 yards. Calvin Johnson held to 3 receptions for only 34 yards. And Nate Burleson suffered a broken leg in the third quarter. And according to Jim Schwartz, the 10-year veteran is gone for the rest of the season. The Lions are now 2-4. They got the Seattle Seahawks and Pete Carroll Sunday at Ford Field. And will the Boo Birds be out? That's the question. Ken Dallafior, who played for the Lions, the Steelers, the Chargers, the Michigan Panthers, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, and is an executive vice president, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Welcome back to the program.
Hey, good morning, Michael Patrick.
Well, I'm up there. I'm at 11:30 last night. I'm watching the TV. I know I got to get up early, and I'm thinking, why am I staying up to watch this? Why am I staying up to watch this? And sure enough, in the last 30 seconds, the Lions, who've, they've had a couple of interesting comebacks this year, did score, but the onside kick was very, very feeble, I thought. And they lose to the Bears in Chicago, and the offense just was completely ineffective, don't you think?
Well, I think it was. Well, in the sense of they turned the ball over in the red zone. They should have scored a couple more touchdowns.
Twice.
And defense played outstanding, kept them in the game, so they were there to the knocking on the door till the end of it.
So you are looking on the bright side of life, as Monty Python used to say, and maybe if that
up to midnight, Michael, watching that.
the young guy from Wayne State there, if he was trying to reach the ball across the goal line and they just smacked it right out of his hands. This is not Wayne State. This is the NFL. You can't do that in the bigs.
Yeah, I don't think he played against the likes of a Brian Urlacher and things like that at Wayne State, but nonetheless, he's been a great contributor, and that just was an error on his part and just didn't reach the end zone.
Too, Calvin Johnson, they were in his face all day. He got some really good. If you want to see how to defend Calvin Johnson, you got to see it yesterday. And that one ball he had in the corner of the end zone, he had both hands on it, right? You consider that would be a Megatron touchdown, and no siree, that the Bear defender just smacked it right out of his hand.
Tillman was unbelievable. The good news is there aren't many Tillmans in the league that are going to line up and play Calvin Johnson that way, but Tillman had an all-world game against an all-world Megatron last night.
Don't you think, I think I decided yesterday that John Gruden has become probably the best or tied for the best NFL analyst on television.
And he does a nice job because he's got the inside scoop. He's been there. He's been on the field. He kind of gets the whole thing, and he shares with us as he does broadcast. I think it's pretty cool.
I like the way he uses lingo that he must have used when he's a coach that maybe some of us don't understand, but he still, talks about the A gap. And then he said yesterday about the Chicago defense, and he says if they search the Detroit offensive line and they find a candy bar, that's where they're going to go. And I've never heard that before. Is that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then you don't want to be the candy bar.
The candy bar means like the weakest guy in the line, not so tough?
Yeah, when you get a guy like their rusher over there, Peppers, he will go up and down the line and he will find somebody. And sometimes it's not a candy bar, but sometimes he'll match well against them, and he'll just keep going at them. And mentally, it's hard when you're behind. You're in a loud stadium, and he's right. You want to take advantage of a weakness on that offensive line somewhere.
What's wrong with Detroit?
Oh gosh, I think the inconsistency on the offense and the lack of discipline to be able to have sustained drives. You have to be able to put long drives together and not make mistakes, not rely just on the big play at the end of the game to win it for you. And they're just going to have to get more consistent. I think the defense has gotten much more consistent. The offense hasn't followed suit yet.
I thought it was pretty interesting, too, that rookie wide receiver, the second-round draft pick, he from Oklahoma, he catches a touchdown pass and he throws it up in the stands or whatever. Usually you hold on to the ball and make it a souvenir.
I thought he was going to go back after that ball because it was his first touchdown. Broyles is a rookie, and I thought he was going to go looking for that ball.
No chance. So, what are we to think? I guess, go ahead, Michael Lepp.
Ken, I was going to ask you just a quick question. With Nate Burleson breaking his leg there, he's, 10-year vet about. Do you think that this is the beginning of the end with him, with Broyles, with Titus Young and Calvin Johnson, and kind of the younger crew on that, on the wide receivers there? Do you think that's...
Michael, he has played really well this year, at least from all accounts I can make, and he's been a real contributor this year. And so, but unfortunately, an injury when you're 10 years in the league, you have to wait and see and assess kind of whether he can recover or not. But he's out for the year, they said. So Broyles is going to get his chance, and we'll see if he was a good draft pick or not.
Is there any truth to the rumor that Burleson had his blue card cross in his sock when they carried him off the field?
So, not sure about that one, but he would be in good hands if he did.
I'll tell you what, when I did that Dancing with the Stars thing on Friday, I had my Blue Cross card in my pocket in case I fell off the stage or, had any sort of accident up there.
A photocopy of it in every pocket.
Michael, I was hoping all the women in the crowd had him, too. You were swooning them.
Did any women faint?
I did, and I helped him with my Blue Cross card, Michael.
I'm sure you did. Well, thanks for being there. That was awfully fun. As you know, we came in 4th place, which out of 7 was a big relief to me because when I started, I just wanted to get through it. But once I got there, I wanted to win one of those trophies, and they gave trophies for top 3.
Well, your competitive juices were flowing, and honestly, you deserve better. You guys were great.
I'll tell you what was flowing was the juice of the barley.
Those juices were flowing.
The whiskey in order to man up for it. Well, let's see. We're going to talk, I guess we'll talk maybe Monday when you get back from, we'll see what happens with the Seahawks on the weekend. But have a terrific weekend, and we'll catch up soon.
All right, well, thanks for having me on. It was great talking to you guys this morning.
Ken Dallafior, who was no candy bar when he played the offensive line in the league, I'll tell you that. He might seem mild-mannered, but no way. He's very competitive. 14 days until the election. Speaking of competitive, it's Michael, Patrick Shiels, and Ken Dallafior, even when the Lions are losing, looks on the bright side of life.